Hey, I got one parenting communication tip that just works like such a charm for all ages of children. And that's to give in fantasy what we can't give in reality. So an example of that might be with a young kid. They want 10 biscuits instead of one biscuit or something. You just sit there with them and you're like, oh my gosh, imagine if we could just have the whole packet of biscuits, just nail it together between the two of us. And then they're like, wow, well, we could have the whole jar. You just make up a fantasy. I teach in the Montessori school, and same with the kids there. I sometimes go out the class and I have a coffee. I go off to make a coffee. That's the kind of school where you can just leave them for 10-15 minutes and they just carry on working, which is amazing and very different to a conventional school. But anyway, so I go off for a coffee and I'm like, oh, every time I feel a bit like, oh, I want them to have a drink as well. I feel a bit, back in a long time ago, I used to have students come around to my house and I'd make them teas and coffees or hot chocolates or whatever. If they were in my house, then I always wanted to do that with the students as part of just building like a really authentic, like a non-hierarchical and just basic kind of friendship with my students. But so yeah, with these students in Montessori, we have this fantasy about a hot chocolate machine. And you know what it does? Energetically, we just sit there, we're just like, where is our hot chocolate machine? I've spoken about it so many times whenever I go to get my coffee. And it's a bit of a break in the middle of the lesson, like it's usually a time of the lesson when it's a good time for that, like a little bit of like lightness or something. And so yeah, we're just like, yeah, we fantasize about the hot chocolate machine. It's going to have hot chocolate, it's going to have like iced lattes. One of them wants like an iced latte, and then it's going to have a bunch of different drinks. And like we're in the science lab for one lesson. I'm a maths and English teacher, but we're in the science lab and we're just imagining the hot chocolate just pour out straight out the taps. There's loads of taps in the science lab. So we're like, yeah, it'll just come straight out like this. We can all have hot chocolate. No one's getting any hot chocolate. No one's getting any biscuits, especially if you're a parent where your kids are making demands of you and they understand why they can't have it. They just want it. It really lightens the moment to just be able to fantasize about it with them. Just imagine if we could just eat all this or do all this or stay up all night, whatever. And actually then a lot of that tugging need and that sense of brewing conflict or whatever annoyance just dissipate. It just dissolves and vanishes. So yeah, hope that helps. Beautiful day here. Lots of love.